Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Rick, and I'm here with a Facebook video. So what I'm about to show you guys is numerous Facebook pickups. Some are from unboxings. I have a legit unboxing from Facebook. Others are part of lots I've bought. They're very mix and match. I'm going to try to remember what everything was as we go, but this is accumulations from like the last month and a half of Facebook pickups. I'm going to shift this stuff over here so I have room to move it. And we're going to dive right in. The first thing was part of a sealed DVD lot. The guy always gets sealed DVDs in. I shop from him. Some of it's for me, some of it's to flip. I bought Heckler from him in the past, sealed, and some other DVDs. So he had a few other titles I wanted to add to my collection. The first one here is a movie that never got a Blu-ray release, and it's one I haven't watched in a long time. It's a movie I know is dumb and silly, but I really enjoy it and would love to revisit it in the near future. And that is The Hot Chick, which stars Rob Schneider, Anna Faris, Matthew Lawrence, Eric Christian Olsen, Michael O'Keefe, Rachel McAdams. That's weird. Rachel McAdams isn't listed in the cast list, but she's on the front cover. And she's one of the bigger name actors in this film. But I guess she's not in the movie much, but spoiler alert. So yeah, The Hot Chick, I believe I paid $2 for this. Technically, although I've sold all the other stuff and made money from it, so out of pocket, no, but we'll say I paid $2 for it. And then also from the same person, I bought this being the Echo Bridge release. As you guys know, I'm a big stand-up comedy fan, and I love documentaries about stand-up comedy, and this is a fantastic one. Jerry Seinfeld is one of the best comedic minds of the last 50 years. And this kind of goes behind him rewriting a fresh set and interviewing other comedians like Colin Quinn, Ray Romano, Chris Rock, Gary Shandling, Jay Leno. And that is Jerry Seinfeld, comedian. And like I said, this is the Echo Bridge release of it. Brand new, factory sealed, gets the rub on rub. So got those for $2 a piece. Next up, this was part of a in-person Facebook marketplace deal I did, where it was a big bag of movies that I paid $20 for. I probably tripled my money on that. So the next two titles did not cost me anything out of pocket per se, but if you averaged it, I think it was like $1.25 a release. This is cool because it is Project Greenlight, the second season, and the reason this is cool is I actually owned the movie, but it was the Blockbuster version. So this is cool because it comes with the special edition of Battle of Shaker Heights. As you guys know, I love Shia LaBeouf. And this is the movie that they make on the season of Project Greenlight. It stars Shia LaBeouf and Amy Smart. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 13 episodes. It's basically about the movie getting a green light and the making of the film. If I'm not mistaken, the disc might have like a few light marks. Nothing that should affect playback. And it's something I don't really see out in the wild. Especially with the bonus thing in the box set. So I'm able to upgrade my Battle of Shaker Heights and actually get the show with it, which as a movie fan, I love having the show to rewatch and then maybe revisiting the movie. So yeah, Project Greenlight season 2. And then this was also in that deal, and it was one of a handful of SNL titles I need because I'm trying to have the complete SNL DVD collection, and it is The Best of Dana Carvey. This is Mint, Church Lady, Garth, George Bush, Ross Perot, I already said Wayne's World, Hans and Franz. So he did so many classic characters. So The Best of Dana Carvey has like a 95-minute runtime. Like I said, mint condition. So to get this for $1.25 was a fantastic deal. Next up, this was part of a group where I got 2 movies for $5. I sold the other movie that came with it for $5 because they were both brand new factory sealed. I was able to add this to my collection, brand new. See, there it is, the rub. I know this is known for having one of the best car chases in a movie of all time, like right up there with Bullet, but I've never seen it. It stars Jean Reno and Robert De Niro, also Stellan Skarsgård, and that is Ronin. I believe there's an Arrow release of this. Maybe if I like the movie a lot, I will upgrade to Arrow at some point, but I'm content with owning the original 20th Century Fox MGM release of it now. To check it out. The next up, these were six for $20. 3 were to sell. Actually 3 to keep, which is good for me. The first film here, a lot of people love this. I'm not a big Western guy, but so many people talk about how great of a film it is. I know, if I'm not mistaken, it's one of Erin, Movieholic's favorite movies of all time. Maybe her favorite movie of all time. I've heard Dave talk about it. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Features an amazing cast. You have Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Powers Booth, Sam Elliott, Stephen Lang, Bill Paxton, Jason Priestley, Michael Rooker, Billy Zane, Charlton Heston, and that is Tombstone. I've never seen it. I know it's based on like Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday. So yeah, I've never seen Tombstone. I now own it, so I have no excuse to not watch it at some point in time. So that got added to the collection. This was probably the first movie I ever owned on DVD. I don't own that DVD any longer. It was when I lived just me and my dad. So I love this movie. It is creepy. I still think the ending is probably one of the best horror movie endings of all time. And just a movie I think holds up really well some 21 years later, and that is The Blair Witch Project on Blu-ray. I know this was a Dollar Tree movie. I never saw it at any Dollar Trees. I know people were looking for me, never saw it at Dollar Trees, so I grabbed it. I believe this is full screen. That's a full screen Blu-ray. But I think it was shot in full screen. I don't remember. But Blair Witch Project. And then the last thing I grabbed from that person, this has been a movie on my to-watch list for a long time. Chris O'Donnell and Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman. Ooh-ah. The voice is starting to get hoarse, but you know, I had to rip out a little Pacino impression there. I've never seen this. I know it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. So we'll see. I've heard really good things. I know Al Pacino won the Oscar the year this came out for Best Actor. So I do want to watch this. It's been on my to-watch list for a while. So Scent of a Woman. Next up, I was able to upgrade my Blu-ray to a 4K, and this cost me $6 out of pocket, even though, once again, part of a deal. So $6 out of pocket, and I actually sold my Blu-ray for $5. Sorry, excuse me. So technically it cost me $1, and that is BlacKkKlansman, but this being the 4K of BlacKkKlansman, a fantastic film directed by Spike Lee, starring John David Washington, Adam Driver, Topher Grace, who am I forgetting? Those are the only 3 names I've listed. But a fantastic movie. Definitely cannot recommend this enough. And now I own it on 4K. Was able to upgrade for $1. Then next up, I paid $4.20 for each of these titles. There were 10 movies. I paid $42 for. Sold one of the movies for $40. Sold another one for $25. So these have been paid for already, but technically out of pocket, $4.20. The first one up, I've never seen this movie. I was trying to get to an even like 10 movies, and I'm curious to watch this. I know the female in this, Mary Stuart Masterson, was in Some Kind of Wonderful that we watched recently, so I'm kind of more curious to see it now. Plus, I heard it's one of Johnny Depp's better movies, and as you guys know, not the biggest fan, but he impressed me in Cry Baby. We'll see about this one. It is Benny and June. I've never seen it. Also stars Julianne Moore and Oliver Platt and Aidan Quinn. So I'll check this out and see. Like I said, I've never seen this movie before. I want to say it's from like 93. So I was going to say 94. But Benny and June there. Then I was able to upgrade 2 Blu-rays, 2 Digibook. And these Digibooks are in fantastic condition. You can definitely tell they were from a collector. One of these has been on my wish list for a very, very long time. The other one was just cool to upgrade my standard Blu-ray to the Digibook, and that is The Shawshank Redemption, starring Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. Like I said, these are in phenomenal shape. Like almost looks like they've never been opened. The spines don't look cracked on the Digibook at all. The disc is mint. So The Shawshank Redemption, excited to add that to the collection in Digibook. Just take my regular off the shelf, sell it, add that to the collection. But then the Digibook that has been on my wish list for a long time. I do want to upgrade this to 4K eventually, but I'll still keep this. One of my favorite movies of all time, top 5 for sure, is in my top 5 movies of all time. And that is the 20th anniversary edition of Goodfellas, the Digibook here, which is 2 discs, I believe, because it comes with the Blu-ray of Goodfellas, but also comes with the DVD of Public Enemies, which is the golden age of gangster films. And then Goodfellas. I do want to get this on 4K, but what a cool Digibook, and what an amazing film. Goodfellas, like I said, probably my 3rd favorite film of all time, behind Rounders and Back to the Future. My favorite mobster movie of all time. Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta. Amazing. The scene where they're walking through the restaurant and it's Henry and Lorraine Bracco's character, and the camera's following them. It's a one shot. Oh, it's so good. So, Goodfellas, Digibook, awesome. The last individual title before the unboxing here, which we'll get to last. This was part of 10 movies I got for $10. John picked these up for me. John actually got a few movies too, so it was more than 10 movies for $10. There was other stuff in there. There was Criterion I sold. So even if I paid $10 for this, I would have been happy. Even if the disc had light scratches, I would have been happy. Because it's been on my wish list for a very long time. I haven't watched this show in a very long time. This is out of print. A Shout Factory TV series. Undeclared, the complete series, mint. This, I don't think they ever watched it. Such a funny show. You have Seth Rogen is in it, and also Jay Baruchel plays the lead there. But there's a lot of familiar faces in this film. It was created, and the executive producer was Judd Apatow. This and Freaks and Geeks are just 2 absolutely amazing shows. You can see how young Seth Rogen and Baruchel are in this movie, or in this show. When was this show made? 2001. So way before, you know, they were movie stars. Monica Keena, she was great in the show as well. But it has all 4 discs, mint condition. The box has a tiny bit of shelfware on the bottom. Other than that, like I said, doesn't look like it was ever watched. So $10 for this was a steal. The fact that I got other stuff with it to flip, John got stuff, it was an awesome deal. So undeclared, complete series. And then we have a package here. And this wasn't from Facebook Marketplace like most of this was. The person who had Goodfellas, Shawshank, and Benny and June was a group. So was this. This was part of a group that I'm in on Facebook. So I paid $20 plus $3 for shipping for this. My buddy Joe, bag toss for you. And this stuff was incredibly well packed. Like, they bubble wrapped it. I opened it when I got it to make sure it was okay. So it was really neatly packed. I kind of messed it up a little, but it was packed very well. So I paid $23 for these 2 movies. They're both 4Ks. Both with slipcovers, which was a big selling point for me because I feel like these are both very tough to get with slips. I'd mentioned this movie as I own it. I own it 3 times on Blu-ray. I own it once on DVD, and now I own it on 4K. And it is Big Lebowski, which is one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. This being the 20th anniversary edition. I was holding off When they released this, they released the one with the bowling bag. It comes with the sweater to put over the case, but it just never dropped in price from the $50. So I was like, I'm ready to get it on 4K. Maybe I'll find that set cheap one day and I'll just sell this version and keep the set. But Big Lebowski, like I said, one of my favorite movies of all time. I used to bowl a lot when I was a kid and when I was younger. And I just think it's very well written. It's very funny. John Goodman, Steve Buscemi, Jeff Bridges, John Turturro, just a fantastic film. And then the other movie, which is an amazing movie, and I love that this came with the slip. It has a matte slip, but has like a debossed font. And it is Queen and Slim, another movie. If you guys haven't checked it out, I cannot recommend it enough. But yeah, Queen and Slim are like debossed, and it's a matte finish. But both on 4K, like I said, $10 a piece, and then $3 for shipping. I know this goes for like 15 new, but usually does not have the slip ever. And this still goes for quite a bit of money to go buy it, even used. But once again, usually doesn't come with the slip. So 2 awesome movies for $23 shipped. And that's the haul, guys. This is a fantastic Facebook haul, even though it's probably like 7 different orders. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 different pickups / packages / meetups / distance, social distance meetups. So an amazing haul though. Very happy with that. And my shirt's all crooked because of my microphone and it's all bunching. So thank you guys for watching as always. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, subscribe if you guys do not do so already. Also, check out the description box down below where you can find links to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, where I rate and review all the movies I watch, my Blu-ray.com profile, my eBay page, Amazon wishlist, P.O. box, email address. I feel like I repeated myself. I apologize if I did. That's it, guys. This is video number 7. I'm recording on June 17th. 3 more to go. Thank you guys for watching. As always, until next time, who's down to movie?